What up, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is DJ Kellen, the Antidote. Yeah, I'm back with another tutorial on Sony Acid. It has been requested several times. I ought to have started with this tutorial when starting making the tutorials on Sony Acid. It's a very common question. Yeah, so guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Click on the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever I upload a new tutorial. Yeah, so guys, as you can read the title, I'm going to show you on the basics of Sony Acid. The first time you open Sony Acid, what are you going to find? Because as first, it's usually a strange software. Yeah, as you know, Sony Acid was not made for DJing. It is a audio production software. But we DJs, because we are creative, we came up with a way to use it for making mixtapes. So guys, the first thing you need to have, obviously, you need to have the software itself, a full licensed software. Yeah, which you can get it from the Sony Acid website, or you can get the cracked version from my website also. As you can see on your screen right now, you're in my Telegram channel. This one, all DJing software, DJ Kelden. If you go to Telegram and search all DJing software, DJ Kelden, you're going to find this channel. At the moment, you have 4,930 subscribers. Yeah, so you are growing slowly. So make sure you join the channel. In the channel, as you can see, at this point, you can see usually upload the softwares. So for starters, I would recommend you to start with Sony Acid Pro 6. It's a bit easier to start with. So you just click on this icon, you download it. As you can see, it is 105 MBs. Pretty small, so you download it, install it. There's a bit of procedure you're going to follow to install the cracked version, so that you can get the keygen to generate the serial number and the authentication code. There's another tutorial down below if you check the description, you're going to find a video on how to install the cracked version of both Sony Acid Pro 6 and Pro 7. So you have to install this software so that I can show you how to go about it. So make sure you go to the Telegram channel, download it. It's just free of charge. As you can see, it is free, no passwords. Install it and you're good to go. So on the channel also, let me give you a bit of a view about it. Usually share other softwares like TapeStop. This is a plugin on Sony Acid. Bandicam is the software I'm using to record this tutorial. MP3 tag is a software used to add cover photos on audio mixtapes, MP3 files. As usually also do DJ drops. Yeah, very affordable prices. As you do male and female video drops. You also make lower ads. If you need a sample of the drops, either male or female drop, you can always slide it in my DM. Just WhatsApp me this number here. This one, just WhatsApp me. I will send you the samples and the quotation of the charges. Usually do a delivery worldwide, so just feel free for any part of the world to slide in the DM, make your order, and within 3 working days you'll have your drop. Yeah, you also share like softwares like virtual DJ, keyboard mappings, free softwares. Yeah, so make sure you join the Telegram channel. So let's go straight to the tutorial. So after you have installed the software, just open your Sony Acid. The first thing we'll see, here's the first thing we'll see after opening Sony Acid. They just display like this. Yeah, then I want just to give you a brief outline of the software. So at this point, here's where your audios are going to be placed whenever you load an audio. So for instance, like maybe if I want to load an audio like this one, I drag and drop it there. My comp is a bit slow. It's loading a bit. Hope it's not going to disappoint me on my tutorial. Yeah, as you can see, just loaded like that. Just click on it and drag and drop. So after dropping an audio, it will just open an audio file automatically like this. But if you want to create your own audio tracks, you just come to your keyboard, you press Ctrl Q like that, and it creates some audio tracks for you. Yeah, that's the first thing you need to know, because you need the audio tracks to place your mixtapes. So you can open as many as you can, but I usually like opening around 6, because each audio track usually add a special effects. What I mean by effects is like the slow flang, the wah-wah, the reverb. If you've ever used the virtual DJ, you might know what I'm talking about. The wah-wah sound, like it's an effect of the song. The reverb, let me show you a quick example. So like for this audio track, first you can rename it. Maybe you can rename what you want to add, maybe reverb, like that. Then you come to this icon, you can see a green icon here, you click on it, it's a track effects. Then you come to this point. So these are the effects you can add. So you can choose to add a reverb on it, like that. You click on it, then select it, then you click add, then okay. Then you see here it has been added. You select the type of reverb you want. Yeah, forgive me, my tongue is a bit heavy. Yeah, so I usually like using Cathedral. Click on it, and just like that, you have your effects added. These are just the simple things you need to know about Sony Acid. Then something else you need to know, when you have to open your audio track, you need to stabilize the volumes. As you can see at this point, it is this is the volume of this specific audio track. It is negative 6.0 decibels. You need to set it at 0.0 so that your volume will be stable, because if you play the song right now, it will be very loud. So what you do to stabilize it, you just come here and double click on it, like that. As you can see, it has changed itself to 0.0. A very good shortcut you can do, let me just redo that, undo it. Just highlight all, that is the Control A on your keyboard, then you click on one, and you can see the all reset to 0.0. So those are just the basic things on the first time you open Sony Acid. These are the things you need to know. Then if you have ever used a virtual DJ, you know there's something called BPM. What I mean by BPM is beats per minute. So for every mixtape you want to make, you need to set the BPM of a song. And to do that in Sony Acid, just come on for example, this song, you right click on it, you click on clip properties, and it comes on your left hand. On your left hand you can see it has general. Under general is acid type. You click on the down drop, then there's bitmapped. As you can see, after clicking bitmapped, it generates another option, stretch. So for this song, you need to analyze the BPM first, and to do that, you have to open your virtual DJ like this one, or your Serato, to analyze the BPM. Then you load this song Cocoon by Migos in either of the softwares, either virtual DJ or Serato Pro, so that it can analyze the BPM for you. After analyzing the BPM, let's say for instance, I want to go to that process of loading a song in virtual DJ or Serato Pro, because I know most of you know what I'm saying. If you don't know about it, you can check a tutorial on my channel also on how to set BPM on Sony Acid. So I just brush through it. So for instance, if you have loaded the song in virtual DJ and you saw the BPM was maybe around 110 or 120 or whatever, just come and delete here and add maybe, let's say, 92 for instance, and then like that you have your BPM loaded. So that's how you change the BPM in Sony Acid. Of note, for first timers, you may have a challenge when you want to analyze a BPM. It tells you to bitmap. That's another option you can use, but it will take you long. It's a bit tedious, it is hectic. Just go for the shortcut. It is very easy and fast. You don't have to do the bitmapping process. So just come and do that. Let me go through it first. General, I mean just right click on the song, this song. Sorry, what is happening? So after right clicking on the song, you come to clip properties, you get this pop-up. Go to general. At the general there is a bitmapped on short loop. Select for songs, you select bitmapped, then you go to stretch. Under stretch you come to the original BPM, you change according to the BPM you saw on the software used to analyze the BPM. Of note, if you're adding a sound effects, maybe a DJ drop, you do the same thing. You come clip properties, and a general, you select one shot. That's for DJ drops and sound effects. You select one shot. It will help to make your DJ drop sharp, and it will be audible. So for audio, for those two, select one shot, but for a song, select bitmapped, so that you can be able to adjust the BPM. Besides that, so if you want to set BPM at specific point in the song, let's say this song at this point you want it to play at well, let me just change this BPM here. Of note also, like before I continue, after changing the BPM at this point, you need also to change at this point. Let me say you change this to maybe 100. Automatically, you note it will change at this point and also here. Let's see. Then you come to this point, the initial part, come to here, change it to 100. So you can see it is 100. So if you want at this point at 17.1 to change the BPM to 110, you go to your keyboard and press T. After pressing T, it will come to tempo key and time signature. You just add your BPM, you type 110, just like that, and you're able to change your BPM at this point. So keep your eyes on this point. If I click here, the BPM changes to 100. If I click on the right side of the point I change the BPM, it is 110. So that's how you change the BPM of a song when making a mixtape. Cause of note, if you're making a mixtape, there are songs that maybe have a BPM of 102 and another one with a BPM of 105. As you know, as DJs, the main concept is you never reduce the BPM, you always increase the BPM. And don't, for myself when DJing, I usually just increase the BPM by at least 3 and 4. I avoid going beyond 5 because it will change the tempo and the pitch of the song, especially the pitch, which starts changing a lot if you go above 5. So usually play around 3 to 4. Yeah, so that's how you change the BPM of a song at a certain point in a mixtape. Another thing you need to know, a basic thing you need to know about Sony Acid. Let's say you are making a mixtape, you want to mark out the point at which you are going to introduce another song. For that point, you need to have markers. So let's say you have played this song, you have played it, and you have decided that at this point you are going to start the next song. You need to mark it. Just press letter M in the keyboard, and you have your first marker. Then you play your song. You decide to this is another song. You need to mark it also. Just press M. So that's how you place markers in your mixtape, so that you can know which certain point you are going to change a song, you are going to end a transition. That's how you do it. Yeah, those are just the basic things you need to know in Sony Acid. Also, if you want to delete a certain part in Sony Acid, you can either do the Control X, that is deleting the whole portion like that. Let me just undo that. Control Z. If you want to delete a certain portion, you can just come to this point on the at the upper part, this one, select erase. Just click on the box. You see it is erasing the parts you want to erase. This tool is usually important when you want to make maybe a bit grid. You want to backspin. It's usually very important when using it. If you want to know how to do that, just go through my channel. You see a tutorial on how to make a backspin, how to make a bit grid in Sony Acid. Yeah, for now, if I go to do it, I may confuse you because you're starting off. Yeah, so I want to show you just the basic stuff. Then later on, you can proceed to the more complex stuff. So if you want to learn Sony Acid, just go step by step. Because something I find out with DJs, which make them not to understand Sony Acid, they want to start Sony Acid today and start making scratches the same day. No, it can't work like that. You have to go step by step. First, you need to know how to cue songs. You need to know how to set BPM. You need how to load songs on the Sony Acid, how to add effects. Just go step by step. Follow the process. Don't open Sony Acid. The first thing you want to do is making scratches. I know scratches are fun, but for you to reach the point you're going to make scratches, you have to follow a certain step. So let's follow the steps, and at the end you shall be able to make good scratches. Because there's another tutorial that you need to check out on how to make scratches, but kindly check that tutorial after I've known the basic stuff. So back to our tutorial now. If you have used the erase tool, you want to undo that, just click Ctrl Z like that. So if you want to go back to your select tool, just click on this one, like that looks like a pen. It's called a draw tool. Click on it, and now you can use the normal function of the tool. If you want to select a certain part of the song, just come and click this one, the selection tool, and it will highlight for you. Let's say for instance you have erased this part, and you want to select this part alone. Instead of clicking on it like this, you can also choose to use the selection tool. This tool is usually important if, for instance, let me show an example. Let me copy this one, copy, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, excuse me. So this tool is usually important when you want to select two things that are not in the same audio track. This is in a one audio track, second audio track. You want to select this one, both of them. So you can take the select tool and drag like that. You can see it is selecting two things at the same time. Yeah, that's usually important when you maybe want to copy paste some pattern, some scratch pattern in another place, that you can replicate them. You want to copy paste some sound effects. Yeah, use the select tool. So something else on a song, you want to make a certain scratch, you want to isolate a bit like this, you want to isolate this kick. So what you do, you just come to your keyboard, you select letter S, that is for splitting. As you can see, after clicking letter S, these letters are split. I mean, not the letters, the songs. So then you want to also to split this part, click letter S, and they are split. Something else you need to know, which is very important in Sony Acid, you have to maneuver your hands to be able to zoom in and zoom out. So you can use the mouse to come to this point and zoom. Is it zooming in or zooming out? Whatever, just is zooming out, I think. To make it large, to make it small, just click on this point. As you can see, this one is zooming. This is vertically or horizontally. As you can note, if I click on this, it is zooming. I think it is vertical. Yeah. When I use the lower one, it is zooming horizontally. Or you can also use your keyboard. So on your keyboard, there are keys that I used to for myself. I used to play games with them. I bet for you maybe you are not used to playing game with them. So there are keys that are up and down, usually on my laptop they are on my right hand side, the up and down keys. So if you press on them, it is very fast to zoom in and zoom out instead of using a mouse, and like that you're able to zoom. This is very important because, for instance, for when making basic scratches, you need to isolate 16 boxes. Like for now, if you count from this point, let me just make a marker, and at this point, if you count the boxes in between, there are 16. This is very important when making basic scratches. There are two rules. There is a 16 box rule and 32 box rule. That is for making scratches. For now, I won't go deep in it so that I don't confuse you guys. But that rules you need to note. There are two rules when making scratches. Yeah, just go to the tutorials in the channel, check about it, how to make scratches. There's a detailed tutorial. You will learn how to do it. So after you made your after you made your mixtape, you know how to render it. Rendering means to convert the ACID file into an MP3, which can be played in a phone, in a radio, in your MP3 player. So you need to render it. So you just come to file. You say save as. Save as is for saving the project. Sorry, you come to render as. Yeah, where is it? It has opened. So when rendering, you just come and select the where you want to save your projects, maybe in the desktop, in the documents, in your local disk C or E or whatever. Then you come and change the title here, the file name, save as type. So here there are several types of formats you can render your project as you can know. The main format of audios that can be played in most of the electronics is the MP3 file. So you click on MP3. Then you also want to change the quality. So for quality, there are different types of quality. As they go up, they become poor quality. So for myself, I like using medium quality or high quality. Yeah, so let's just use high quality. You don't want to produce low quality stuff. Down here for render options, you have another option. If you want to render the loop region only, save the project markers with the media file. This is very important. Save project markers with media files. As you know, Sony ACID is for making MP3 files, or no audio, no video, just for audio. So after making a mixtape as an audio file, at some point you might need to add the video. As I mentioned before about making the markers, let me just close this quick. I'll open it again. These are the markers. These are the markers. This one, the one you mark where you have transitioned, you have cut your song. When you open another software called Sony Vegas, I think is a sister to this or a brother or a cousin to Sony ACID, which you usually use to add the video, you're going to need these markers because you're going to see where you transition the song. So when adding the video, you'll know the exact point at which you transition. So it will be very easy for you to make the video mix. So what I meant by the loop region, as you can see here, you have a bluish line, this one. So this is a loop. If you don't know what is a loop is a point at which the song is repeating itself. So if you want to render your mixtape as a loop, so if you double click on this, or you drag it up to the end like that. So when you render to the render settings, you render as high quality MP3, you click render, and you have checked the loop, render the loop region only. It's going to save only this file from here to here. So it will eliminate unnecessary portions of the song. But if you render without the loop region, it will also render this part from here to here, which is very unnecessary. So that is very important to use the loop option, but you need to be very careful how you have placed the loop region, because if you, for instance, if you render at that point, you will, the system will just will omit this point from here to here. It just omit it. So when adding the settings, make sure you select the whole part you want to render. So let me go back to that file. You come to render as, yeah, you come and change the whatever I've said, the mp3 file, the quality. So here, render the loop region only. That's as I've just explained. Save project markers with the media file. There are a couple of options, you can play along with them and find what suits you well, but for me, I just use these two settings. Yeah, for you to learn Sony Acid, you have to play along with it so that you can see what fits your options. So guys, that's the basic stuff about Sony Acid. Nothing much, nothing complicated. Just go slow on it. Practice. Yeah, so guys, you have any question, kindly always slide in the DM or all on the comment section. You can drop the question. Let's sharpen each other, as we know, iron sharpens iron. So guys, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, like and share, and until next time, God bless you. Have a nice time.